Hello, 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 hello. What up, everybody? Yes, I am back. Caught you looking for the same thing. It's a new thing. Check out this bring. That's a little Chuck D from Public Enemy, in case you didn't know. How's it going? It's 9 o'clock. No, it's not. Holy shit. It's 9:45 p.m. on March 20th, 2026. I think it's March 20th. Yes, it is March 20th. I'm in my new studio. I thought I'd come in, talk to you guys for a little bit, because I'm bored. Just got back from dinner. Let me spark it up. Nice day, good week. The weather's getting a little better. It's creeping up. Still not as warm as we'd expect on the first day of spring. And hopefully it's going to get better very soon. I mean, it really took us to the end. We got a slow connection on the Facebook, so hopefully everything works out fine. I had to delete the other video that I made the other night. For some reason, I only showed like a short clip of it, which I'm not sure why, but we're going to wait for your comments to come in, and we're going to chat a little bit. Get used to it, because I'm not going anywhere. Definitely not dead, that's for sure. Not that kind of dead. Dedicated, yes. Today was good. Had a good work day. I got a lot of stuff done, building a few new brands, and just trying to stay busy, really. You know, trying to keep my diet in check. That's been really hard lately. It's not that I, went off track or anything. It's been hard. You have to cook for yourself. You have to set meals that you're going to have every day, like continuously. Otherwise, it's really, really hard. You can't just not have a plan when you're trying to eat healthy. And when you go out to places, especially on vacation, like I went to Daytona Bike Week. In March, early March it was. It was like March 5th to the 9th or 5th to the 8th. And my first thing I had to worry about was, what am I going to eat down in Daytona? Most horrible food, like all bar food, fried foods, everything with meat and cheese, and your typical American diets. And it was just hard. It was really hard. So I had to bring food. Luckily, we had the trailer with the motorcycle and everything. Motorcycles, so we had a trailer sent down with the bikes, so I could put a cooler in there and have my food. And then, as long as I eat enough during the day, I don't have to worry about dinner so much. So who's coming on? We have a slow connection again, so bear with that. I am smoking, what am I smoking? I always forget what I'm smoking. Biscotti, I think? Hey, Rich, hope all's well. Hey, Brian, now everybody's coming in. Hell yeah, brother, eat well and get high and ride the rail. Riding the rail. Yeah, nowadays, like for example, I went to see Youngblood. I don't know if you heard of Youngblood. He got a lot of notoriety this last year with Ozzy Osbourne's passing and his tribute at the Ozzy Memorial celebration concert or whatever in England. He performed Changes. I'm sure you've seen it online. Anyway, I went to see him last September in Brooklyn, and he was great. But Sawyer Hill, this artist, rock and roll, southern rock guy, not southern rock, just rock and roll, great rock and roll. Sawyer Hill, look him up. He's from Arkansas. He opened for Youngblood, and he was amazing. Very excited to see him again. But I was front row for Youngblood. Actually, I was second row. There was people that were smaller than me that were in front that I was just stand there. I stood behind them. But I stayed in line for 10 hours in Brooklyn to see him, only because I wanted to be up front. Hey, Gal. It's been a while. Good to see me being good. Yeah, for once, at 56 years old. I'm going to be 56 this summer. 4 years away from 60. We'll see how that goes. Let's see what we got here on the board. Hi, Sandy. Hey, Steve. And Gail. And Brian, so far. says public, but it doesn't tell me how many. It's weird. I'm trying to see how many people are on right now, and it just says public. They must have changed it. Good to see you too. I got new rims on my motorcycle. I don't know if you guys have seen the photos at all. Let me see if they're on my Instagram. I don't think so. Actually, I think they are on my Instagram. Hold on one second. I don't know. Anyway, I got rims and tires. I got those fat white walls. You know, I got a Road King Classic, and I needed those fat white walls with the spoked wheel, but I didn't get the Classic spoked because you have to have a tube in your tire, like the old bicycle tube style kind of things. And if you get a flat, you can't use that fix a flat. So I need tubeless tires and solid rims. And spokes, you can't do that. But I got custom rims that are really nice that look like spokes. I'm really excited. I turned 64 in May. Not much difference from my 50s. I think shit starts getting bad in my mid-70s. So maybe you got to keep it moving, man. You got to keep it moving. Now I go to the gym 5 days a week. I always went to the gym during the week, but 3 days, 4 days, sometimes missed days because I travel a lot. But now religiously, unless I'm away, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I'm up at 6 a.m. in the gym on the mats by 7:30, out of there by 9:30, and then I start my routine. And I'm very proud of myself. I really am. I haven't had red meat in almost 2 months, no cheese in almost 2 months, no pasta, no pizza, all the good stuff. No deli sandwiches, no chicken cutlet sandwiches. It's tough, but I gotta do it. How can the same thing be the new thing? It's a joke, George. It's a line from Public Enemy's song. Don't believe the hype. That's what the song is that I quoted from there. That's why it's in quotes. Going to the Prankster 60th tonight in Eugene. Ooh, that's going to be a interesting evening. Kelly, nice to see you again, Kelly. Oh, nice to see your name again. Oh, he's not dead. Yeah, no, I'm not dead, Kelly. Come on. Take a little more than that. So on my Rockstar Richard page where I posted that Standing on the Moon video, and that happened to actually be Alpine 89. I thought it was San Francisco. But it got a lot of shares. It got like 150 shares. Let me see what that. Let's see. It got 219 shares and 46,000 views. That's Standing on the Moon. It's really great quality. It really is. One of my favorite songs by Jerry. And, yeah, let me see what... No, anyway. Long live Rockstar Richard. I hope not that long. I don't know. I went to see, funny story, I'm not going to tell that story. Maybe I will. I go to a lot of comedy shows. My friend owns a really good comedy club called The Stand in New York City by Union Square, 16th Street, between Park and University Place. And what the hell is the name of the bar that's around the corner? They do a lot of like rock shows and stuff. A lot of bands play there. Irving Plaza. It's right by Irving Plaza, right down the block from Irving Plaza. And so Dave Chappelle does a monthly private show there. I don't know if it's monthly, but it was monthly for a little while he was preparing to do some bigger shows. And he'd go on at like, excuse me, he'd go on at like 11:30 at night. Literally, like after the last show. And if you were friends and family at the comedy club, or you were in their VIP, whatever, like database, you can get tickets for it. You have to pay for them. They're like $200 tickets, but it was a private show. Only about 100 people. And he would go for like from 11:30 to like 1 o'clock in the morning. And we're talking about like a Tuesday night. So I don't see many of them, but I've seen a couple. And I'm always up there in the front, only for him. I don't like to sit in the front. We have a table in the back that we always sit at. We don't get bothered by the comedians by sitting up front. But for Chappelle, we want to sit up front, right there, right up front, boom, like 2 feet away from him. Now he smokes. he smokes cigarettes, okay, like no other. Like I've seen chain smokers before, but this Chappelle was like a whole nother level, man. He was taking cigarettes that were only half done and looking for his lighter to light the next cigarette. That's how much he was smoking. And he was looking for the lighter, and he had one cigarette in one hand, he had the other cigarette in the other hand. He's looking for his lighter. He's got the microphone. So I'm right in front of him. I got my Zippo right there. So I light his cigarette. And he's like, thank you, man. I'm like, yeah, no problem. And throughout the evening, then, he started using my lighter all the time. You know, he'd look at me, I'd light a cigarette for him. He'd continue with the show. That's pretty much how it went for like 45 minutes. And then, you know, sometime during his set, he just goes, that's why you have to have a plan. He was talking about something, you know, story or whatever, and he's like, that's why you have to have a plan. And he looks down at me and he goes, do you have a plan? And I go, yeah, I got a plan. He's like, oh, really? What's your plan? And I said, my plan is, when I'm 96 years old, to euthanize myself in Vermont. And he says, what's euthanize mean? I said, well, it means to, you know, kill yourself. And he went, what? What do you mean? I said, when I'm 96, because I'm probably going to be one of those skinny freaks that lives to like 105. Now that they allow out-of-state residents to do this, I'm going to go to Vermont. My friend's got a nice house up there, one of my closest friends. And I'm like, I don't know if he's going to have it when I'm 96, but in 30 years, 40 years actually. And he like bugged out. He was like, he's very spiritual, and he had this whole like awakening when he went back to like Cleveland or something, where I don't know what happened, but it bugged him out. Like, it like literally bugged him out. He's like, what are you talking about? Life can't be that bad. I said, my life is great. I told you when I'm 96. And now we're in front row, like right there, having a conversation. But it's a very intimate show. So he like wasn't even telling jokes a lot of times. He was just talking. It was like a conversation. And so I'm like, my life is great. I'm talking about when I'm 96. You know, I controlled everything in my life. I like to control how I end it. And if capable, you know, who knows what's going to happen in 40 years, if I'm even going to be around that 40 years. I mean, I just died last week. You know, I died last week. Doesn't mean I'm going to make it till 96. So June 6th, 2066. That's why, and I think only like one person remembers this because he won a prize for it. That's why the 66 is on my back of my jersey. Is because that's going to be my death date. 2066, I'll be 96. So on June 6th, you do the numbers. I'm a math guy. Anyway, he literally did not let it go. He did not let it go. Like, literally like 20 minutes later, he's looking at me. He's like, it's going to get better, I promise you. I'm like, nothing is wrong. Listen to me. It's funny. I said, and he started talking about his comedy show that he did with John Mayer, Controlled Danger. And, yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, my friend invited me to see that in San Francisco, your first show. He's like, oh, you went? I'm like, no, I couldn't make it, but I would have liked to. He's like, oh, that's nice. I go, but for interest of full disclosure, I was going for John. And he dropped the mic. He was like, you know what? Go kill yourself. It was just really funny. He's like, now you can kill yourself. It was funny. I said, but you were really great too. From the videos I saw. 96 is a long way away. See it at Dead & Co. 2026. You're not going to see Dead & Company in 2026. I'm sorry. It's too soon. 2027 now. 2027. You got to give John time and everybody time to find the right replacement. Make sure, you know, everybody's copacetic with it. Talk to the family. I mean, Bob still owes a big chunk of Dead & Company. The Grateful Dead do. I mean, you know, the Grateful Dead own half, and John owns the other half. We'll see. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock, and we're still going to stay on a little longer. So we're going to be doing this a lot now. I'm glad I'm back. What did I miss? What happened last week? Fuck, now I'm worried. Hope you're okay. I don't know, Michelle. I woke up to like 14 wellness check texts in the morning, like 5 days ago. Over the weekend, I think it was, where apparently my haters decided they're bored and they wanted to kill me. Let Bob get cold first, at least not until 20. Yeah, exactly. They're not going to do anything this year. 100% not. But 2027, so Ed, if you're listening, you have roughly a year to get ready for the gig of a lifetime. So, come on, Ed. You can do it. Learn those songs. How are my cats? They're good. I got Layla right there, and I don't know where Luna is, and I don't know where Lana is. Come here. Come here, Layla. You remember when I got Layla during, was it COVID? It was around that time, but remember when I got Layla? It was like 2021, 2020. Come here. Yeah, she's the temperamental one. That's my new mistletoe. You like my new mistletoe? No? I like it. Hello. Glad to see you back on here by popular demand. By unpopular demand, Jessica. From what I read. No, I'm glad I'm unpopular. I couldn't imagine being that popular. Who wants to be liked by everybody? How annoying could that be? I want to see Graham take over. He has the namesake. No. I want to see someone new. Ricky Bernstein. Is this AI? You know it's not AI. You saw me yesterday. Who is Ed? Everybody tell Andrew who I'm talking about when I say Ed. Come on, tell him, because I don't know if he's ready for it, Mr. Miller. But I'll let the audience tell you who Ed is when I refer to Ed. When I tell Ed to get ready and learn the songs and learn the music, please. John will cut you a good deal, I promise. Being that they're such good friends. Yes, Joyce, got it. Ed Sheeran. That would be my dream choice to take over for Bob. Slow connection. I gotta get... Any internet nerds out there can tell me this. Like, my internet is really slow, and I just changed it from, like, Spectrum to Verizon. Is it because I have a lot of things running off my Wi-Fi? Does that slow it down? It does, right? It takes bandwidth. I gotta upgrade, because it's, like, slow as shit. So if anybody can help me with that question, I'm sure I can Google it. But, yeah, I got, like, 2 TVs working off the Wi-Fi, 2 computers, a phone. I got cameras working off Wi-Fi. I got, what else? How about a female Bobby? No. It's that Midtown internet. I saw them on Kimmel. They were having a lot of fun. Yeah. He's super talented, and he would just be great. And can you imagine Dead and Company with 2 people that know how to play guitar on the stage? Regular guitar, not bass. Yeah, because, Bob, I love you, and I wouldn't take anybody over you. But if you ever isolate that guitar and listen to what he's actually playing, it'd be nice to have, like, when I watch other bands and the rhythm guitarist plays like a regular rhythm guitarist, or traditional, let me say traditional rhythm guitarist, wow. So it'll be great. What else we got? Yes, get a bigger what? I can't read. I need my fucking prescription changed. I don't know what that little icon is after width, Michelle. It says, yes, get a bigger band width. I can't read that. I gotta get these things changed. My eyesight's so fucked up because I can't get LASIK because like I got old people eye. I wasn't born with like supposedly you can only get LASIK if like you were born with eye vision problems, but mine came with age. So like my reading prescription is different than this prescription. So I have the split like whatever transcending lens or whatever. Like so I always gotta tilt my head to see downward. Sammy Hagar on rhythm with Mayer would be the best. Actually, Volpe, he's a little old for my taste, but that would be interesting because he's got the energy, but he's old. We have enough. We're getting rid of the old. In with the new. In with the new. We want energy, high energy, and he's got a lot of energy for someone. How old is Sammy Hagar? Let's see. He is okay. Sammy Hagar is 78 years old. Okay, is that right? Is he that fucking old? He's as old as Bob. Yeah. Wow. He's like pretty good for 70 fucking 8. 78, really? Hell, let's see. Let me just make sure. Maybe. He's 70 fucking 8 years old. 78 years old, Sammy Hagar. Wow. That gives some people hope. I mean, he got great work done, obviously. I mean, they all get a little work done here. A little tuck, a little nip and tuck. Enough with Billy Strings. He's not playing with Dead and Company. He's not taking Bob's spot. I know. We all love Billy Strings. He's super talented. He's on his own trajectory. He's got his own band. Maybe. I mean, the Dead don't take up too much time. It's like what, a 5-week tour every summer, or a residency at the Sphere. That means you need bifocals. I know, Kelly, they are bifocals. That's what I was saying. It's like it's a different prescription here and a different prescription here. So my lens does that. It goes from this prescription down to this one. But what I'm saying is when I need to read something that's straight ahead, I have to kind of go like this so I can see it. You ever listen to I Can't Drive 55 on my motorcycle? Not really, because it sounds like shit, most rock songs. They were never mixed correctly in the first place. And a lot of people who own the record, the publishing. See, publishing changes a lot. And ownership. Taylor Swift will tell you that. And whoever owns these songs sometimes never gets a remix for the new technology from, went from 8-tracks to cassettes, from cassettes to CDs, from CDs to MP3s, and and then MP3s, that's it, I think, and to streaming, to just like digital streaming, I think. So a lot of times you have to remaster them each time and adjust them to, because sound gets compressed and all that stuff. So rock and roll I found sounds like shit a lot of times on my stereo, even though it's a really good stereo. On good stereos, you really hear every sound or lack of. Yeah, Sammy Hagar and Bob were very close. They hung out in Cabo together every fucking winter. Very close. They had studio, I think Sammy Hagar lived right down the street from Bob's studio. I don't know if they were neighbors up the hill there where Bob lived in Marin County, but where Tabo, I don't know the name of the studio, Tabo, something with a T, Bob Weir's studio name. It's called Tala. No, let me see. I'm going to find it. You guys can tell me too. It is called TRX or something like that. I remember it was called Tamaulipas Research Institute. TRI, that's what it was. Yeah, TRI. Yes, TRI. Yeah, Pius Research Institute. State-of-the-art studio. Well, I hope Monet and Chloe get a lot of use out of that beautiful state-of-the-art studio that he built. You know, when he built that studio, 15 years ago, maybe even longer, I was like so excited because I'm like, wow, he could build this place where he can just go live for us and, you know, whatever, charge $20 live stream fee. It's worth it. And just play. You know, it's bored. Go in there, play, throw it up there, boom, $20. And going to make great money, and we would have had a great time with it. We could bring guests in and stuff. He didn't really do that much. He did it sometimes. Didn't charge people. He just did it for the hell of it in videos and stuff. But, yeah, I don't think he got the use out of that beautiful studio that he could have. It's 10 after 10 on March 20th, the first day of spring, 2026. We're live with Let's Chat. This is Let's Chat, if you remember the name of my live stream, and my podcast is called Real Talk. I don't think it's going to be called Real Talk anymore when I start up the professional podcast. I don't know what it's going to be called yet. Don't give me any ideas. You know, I don't like to be told what to do. What else we got? Did I go to the 60th? What did you think? Nope. When Dead and Company ended in 2023, I saw the last 3 shows in San Francisco. But I did not go to the 60th. Why? I didn't have the time at the moment, and I just had enough, man. You know, 10 years of some heavy touring, and I don't know, just changed for me a little bit. So, unless it was convenient, if the 60th was on the East Coast, yeah, I would have went, but it just didn't work out. Hello, Chris Chamberlain. Oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. What's up? The rent. No, I'm only kidding. What's up? Nothing. Just nice Friday night. I don't go out that much anymore. Man, I used to go out at 11 o'clock. Now I'm in bed by 11. Maybe not tonight because it's Friday night, and I get up at 6 in the morning now, so 11 o'clock during the week is perfect for me. Mark Green from Toronto. How are you, buddy? Really sorry about those Jays. Man, they really had a lot of things go wrong for them. Thought about you, though, when they were losing. I hate the fucking Dodgers. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Yankee fan, true and true. But watching Ohtani play, man, is really something special. It's like, you know, watching Ruth play back in the day, but better, because it's just, you know, better quality TV, better athletes, better everything. You know, it's funny because baseball season's coming up, and I love baseball, so I'm going to talk about it for a minute. You know, there's all this controversy. Like, Babe Ruth, hands down, is one of the greatest baseball players of all time. But the time he played wasn't the greatest. It's, you know, it's a time where there was only 8 teams, I think, maybe 10 at that time. But they started the league with 8. Okay, there was only 8 teams. So he played against players that were, first of all, he didn't play against the best players in the world. He played against the best white people in our country. There was no Latinos, there was no blacks. So right then and there, the talent pool, you're dealing with one demographic. No, sorry. Okay, there was no relief pitchers. You would see like 30 pitchers a season back then. Now you see like 100 different pitchers in a season. I think even more. There was no relief pitchers. So these guys played, and they played on 3 days rest, these pitchers. They didn't play on 5 days rest. They played on 3 days rest. And they pitched a full game. So you're telling me their arms weren't dead by the 8th inning? And then what, they have 2 pitches? 2 pitches? What, they have fastball and what? two-seam fastball or some shit. Like maybe they had the breaking ball, a little bit curveball, but that's it. They didn't have what they had today, and the athletes and the conditioning, and the medical advancements and all this other stuff. I mean, come on, man. You didn't have Bo Jackson playing. You didn't have Bo Jackson playing back in 1938. Oh, when was Ruth killing it? 1923. So Ohtani, if you look at Ohtani's first 6 years and Babe Ruth's first 6 years, their numbers are identical. Identical. And Ohtani is doing it in a league like no other. The best players in the world. Not the best white players in the country. The best players in the world. He's doing. And he pitches. 50 home runs. 50 stolen bases. I mean, come on. Please. And you can say Barry Bonds. He did roids. He was not, five-tool player and a pitcher like Ohtani was. What do we got here? I'm trying to read. Nice. See, I told everyone that you were alive. Rocking and ticking. Glad to see it. I wasn't wrong. Oh, thank you, Michael. Salcedo? Anyway, that's my whole thing on baseball and Ohtani and that controversy. It wasn't even. Yeah. It was a different game. So and he's not even done yet, Ohtani. I put Ohtani, and I hate the fucking Dodgers, I'll say it again, but I put Ohtani as probably going to be the greatest baseball player of all time. By the stats. Salcedo. Okay, got it. Salcedo. Michael Salcedo. It's a nice name. Got a few surprises this year. I'm not going to tell you yet because it's not final. But I can't really talk about it yet. But got a few surprises. People are going to love it. A lot of people are going to hate it. Got more blow to do? I'll catch you on the flip side. You can't do blow while you're watching me. I can do blow while I'm watching you. Come on, man. Don't flat leave me for some cocaine. Now, stripper and cocaine. That I'll understand. My nickname is Salsa. All right. You guys like my new mistletoe? Look, I'll pretend I'm holding it. There. How's that? There you go, haters. How's that? Screenshot that. Rocco Pescatori. Rocco is one of the first people that I really gravitated with, I just liked Rocco from the beginning. Always did. Class act. Great guy. How are you, Rocco? I'm back. I'm not dead. Back by unpopular demand. And, I missed you guys. It was a long 9 or 10 years, man, with Dead and Company. I put a lot of my time and energy into that, and it was just like, you get to a wall, you hit a wall, and you're just like, I'm done. And it wasn't because I couldn't be front row at the rail and all that other shit. I didn't want to be front row at the rail anymore anyway. Too crowded. Too annoying. Met you in Chicago and San Francisco. I am assuming you mean 2017 tour, being that we're only in 2026, Cameron. It's good to see all the same names, too, that I miss you guys. We had fun. Remember, Rocco, we all got bling from John Dewey? John, I love this that John made me. I had to make this special for me. He's like, you're crazy. It's so big. And I literally... This thing, the only time I take this thing off is when I go to Columbia and I keep it at home. I'm not bringing it to Columbia. But, yeah, otherwise it's around my neck 24/7. Yep, I love it. Thank you, John Dewey. John Dewey was one of the people that did a wellness check. Matt Gibson, how are you, buddy? I'm asking, are we going to get it 2027? You're going to get something in 2027. I'm not sure. I have no idea what that is. I've been a little out of the loop with my sources. Just didn't have the motivation to like find out. But I can. It's going to be something. There's going to be something in 2027. Listen, man. John is just addicted to this music as all of us. You know, once you get on the bus, there's no turning back. So he's gonna put something together. John is the greatest, biggest heart. Yeah, he is. I'm assuming you're talking about John Dewey. Who made it? Does he? He made it. John Dewey. Yeah, he's got a Facebook page. Dooey. He only made the pendant, the chain I bought. The chain's a funny story. In 2021, I got the pendant, and John was like, I'll just give it to you. I sent him the money, whatever. He's like, I have it. I'll see you. I'll meet up with you in California at Hollywood Bowl and give it to you. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll get a chain. Because you can't really get the chain without the pendant. You got to match it. So I'm like, you know what, though? No, it was, Hollywood Bowl in L.A. So I'm like, you know what? LA's got to have a bunch of fucking pawn shops that I could find a cool chain, right? So I Google pawn shops in LA and I find a couple. I write them down, whatever. And I'm with my friend, who's a big time lawyer, one of the biggest lawyers in the world. And my best friend for 20 years, and we do everything together. We work out together. We go to bike week together. We ride motorcycles together. Everything. And so he's with me. I bring him. He doesn't see the dead shows like I do. He's seen a couple with me, City Field, and whatnot, Madison Square Garden. But I got him to come to Halloween, the 3-show run at Halloween. The Dead and Company barely ever do 3 shows in a row. And they did 3 shows in a row at Hollywood Bowl for Halloween, and I was getting the pendant from John, and so I had these pawn shops written down, and so I tell my friend, I'm like, listen, man, I'm like, let's go to this pawn shop, couple pawn shops, I need to get a chain for my pendant. He's like, yeah, no problem. So we go to this one pawn shop, we Uber there, we walk in, the guy's got nothing. He's got nothing. He's got some rings, no chains. So I'm in line, this guy in front of me, I guess he's paying his loan, the VIG on his loan. He's got some jewelry behind the counter. I heard him talking about it. And I'm talking to the guy. I'm like, you got no chains? He's like, not really. The guy who owns it or works it, not the guy in front of me, the guy behind the counter. And he's like, no, not really. I go, and this guy's got a nice chain around his neck, the worker. And I go, well, that's a nice chain. Can I buy that off of you? And he's like, no, he laughs. He's like, this is not for sale. And the guy in front of me is laughing at my comment, like, oh, can I buy that off you? Come on, man, I need a chain. So he's like, so the guy in front of me finally speaks up, Jamaican guy. He's like, you want a chain, man? You got to go to Steve's. I go, what? Where do I got to go? He's like, Steve's, man. They got, the whole place is chains. I'm like, really? Now he could be fucking trying to roll me or whatever, scam me or whatever. I'm like, where is it? He's like, it's in South Central. I'm like, Compton? He's like, yeah. But it's daytime. It's like 1 in the afternoon. I'm like, we've got chains? And he's like, yeah, he's got chains. I'm like, can I pay you $20 to take me there? Because otherwise I got to call an Uber. He's like, you'll pay me $20 to take it, to get the chain? I'm like, yeah. And if we get one, I'll pay you $20 to take me back. And so he was all excited. And now my friend, the lawyer guy, was like, what, are you fucking nuts? And again, he's got this piece of shit car. We get in the back of his car. My friend's in the back. I'm in the front. And so you always gotta come off like you're not afraid of anything. I'm not really afraid of anything, but if you were afraid of things, this is how you should act, or at least try to act. So we're in the front seat and front of the car, and he's saying, oh, you don't have to worry about it. I didn't even ask, but we're driving. And he's like, you don't have to worry about Compton. It's daytime. Not going to be no problem. Nobody's going to rob you or anything. I said, nobody's going to fucking rob me because I'm going to shove my knife into their fucking throat. And maybe pull out their eyes with my thumb. That's why nobody's going to rob me. Like that. Just like that. And he was like, whoa. And he saw I had a knife on my belt. And he's like, no, everything's cool. And I just did that just like set the tone that like, you know, nobody's going to try to roll me. That's for sure. So we go to Steve's. We get to Steve's. And I walk in. I swear to God, there must have been $20 million worth of chains in this fucking place. The whole place, all four walls were gold chains. Everything from the skinniest little gold fucking anklet to Cubanos that were like this wide that were $30,000 gold chains. $40,000, $80,000. It was insane. And so I'm looking around and you know, I told Dewey, I'm like, you have to make me a really big, what's this thing called? Bevel? No, I don't know what this thing is called here. I forgot what this thing is called. If you could tell me what this thing is called on the pendant. But I told him you got to make it really wide so I can get, you know, a decent sized chain there. And so I thought I was going to buy this like fatter chain. But it turned out that would just take away from the pendant. So I bought this rope chain. That was nice. And I love it. So that was my my Compton story. Went to Compton. Oh, so it turned out this guy, we paid him to be our driver for the rest of the day to like do some errands. I don't know. We ended up giving the guy. Yeah, it's a loop, I guess. Bail. That's what it is. Thank you, John. It's a bail. It's not a loop. Yeah, technically it's a loop, but it's called a bail. That's right. Bevel. No, bevel is that little thing inside a door. When you turn the knob and it goes in and out, that locks the door, that's a bevel. A bail. I knew it was close. Should we smoke another joint? No, I still got some weed left. I wonder if my haters are happy I'm back or they're mad I'm back. They're going to pretend that they're mad that I'm back, but I think they're happy that I'm back. They are. I'm in the group, the hate group thing, the Deadheads against Rockstar Richards. They don't know. I mean, they know it, but they don't know what profile I am. I'll light up too. Yes, light up. And I love my new tattoo. I know I showed you guys already, but let me get a little wax on it. Wait, no. I gotta stand up. There we go. Love it. That's me in 2066. I'm only kidding. Let's get that camera back up in the right position. That's not the right position. There we go. Yeah, that's good. All right, kids. It's 10:30. I think I'm gonna call it a night. I need to relax a little bit. It's been a long day. Still got some work on the computer to do. We're gonna talk more about music. Talk about more about what's gonna happen with Dead & Company. We're gonna talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Oh, the driver. Okay, yeah. So he became our driver for the day. Like, and this is what he actually does this as a side hustle. He's unemployed, the guy. But a side hustle, one of them, besides taking us to pawn shops, was he's a TaskRabbit guy. Like, not on TaskRabbit per se, but he does errands for people for money. Buys them groceries and does whatever, like what he was doing for us. Like, I think we gave him like $40 for like a few hours. He was happy. I asked him, how much you want? He's like, I don't know, $40. I'm like, there you go. Gave him 50. And that was it. But yeah, the funny thing is, like, my brother, who's an ex-NYPD cop and a racist prick sometimes, he would never do that, even though he carries a gun. He's like, dude, you're crazy. That guy could have did this. He could have done that. He could have done this. And I was like, dude, man, you need to chill. Okay, the guy was like up to here on me. He was by himself. There was no way that little chicken neck was going to do anything to me. People got to worry about me doing something to them. No, not anymore. I'm retired. The judge said I can't do that anymore. No, I'm only kidding. No violence in my life. Am I in the Rockstar Richard Wrecking Group? Yeah, that one I'm actually like visibly in. They weren't wishing death on me. They were just, listen, they were bored. You know, they were losing me. They thought they lost me. So to them, I was dead because I wasn't posting anymore. I wasn't feeding them. You know, so now I'm feeding them talent. I mean, look, I put a pot leaf over my head. I could imagine the memes that are going to come from this. See, I try to help them out. I care about my haters. What else we got? Yeah, he was funny. I have his number still too. I think it just says Pawn Shop LA Driver. I got so many like weird. If you ever go nowadays, a cell phone's been around for so long. I've had the same phone number since 1999. Same cell phone number since 1999. I got numbers in there. It's funny how you list them sometimes. Rockstar Richard's safe around us. Rockstar Wrecking Crew all day, brother. Yeah, it's a funny sight. But you think they hate me now? Wait until the announcement I make. Probably in September. Hopefully. You think they hate me now? Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. And it's going to be official. That's for sure. It's going to be official. Remember those words. What else we got? I think we're good. Yeah. I'm probably going to go off now, but I'm going to end on that, okay? Big secret. Coming in September, hopefully. It's going to be official. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys can speculate what that means all you want. I love you very much, and I will talk to you very, very soon.